G'day all, and welcome back to a slightly different episode of Improving Your League. Today, I'm going to take you through my process of viewing replays to better help me understand either what I could have done to make sure that I won the game or how I could have at least improved my chances of winning. I'm taking you through this game, a game where at first I felt like I did everything possible to win the game and I just couldn't carry my team. And while I do agree that some games aren't winnable, looking back on this game, I don't believe this is one of them, and I'll show you why. I'll also discuss my method for assessing games throughout the video, what I look for, and how I came to these conclusions. The very first step is to watch my own recorded capture at 4x speed. I write down anything I want to take a closer look at the recording and record their rough timestamps. I then switch to the replay viewer and rewatch the chosen parts first, just with my own team's vision and then again with full vision of both teams. I'm looking for any time there was a fight where I was close by or the enemy jungler was involved. Anytime there was a gank that I pulled off, whether it was successful or not. Anytime I could have tracked the enemy jungler but didn't, and finally, anytime the enemy counter jungled me. For these examples, I'll be showing you a live recording I did for YouTube. I'm going to let you watch the clip and see if you can pick out what I did wrong. In my opinion, there is one game-altering mistake I committed here that changed the entire flow of the game. I'm starting the clip off at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. For your reference, I've just taken my red, the chickens, and then taken the bot side scuttle, and I see a good opportunity to gank the bot lane. But we'll try level 2. We'll try level 2 here. If that landed, that would have been really good. That's alright. We got Bard's Flash out of that. Okay. So, not perfect there, unfortunately. Had she landed that bind, that probably would have been a much cleaner kill. But that's alright. We're fine. We'll smite this up. Welcome back. So what did you think the mistake was? Some of you might have guessed it's going for a level 2 gank on Sejuani, which, while it wasn't the best gank in the world, it was alright. Some of you might have thought it might have been when Bard flashed and I backed off. But it's actually something much simpler than that. It's what happened after the gank. My mistake was not checking Rengar's buffs and not checking his CS count. Essentially not tracking him. So why was this such a game-changing mistake? Well, had I checked out this information earlier, I would have been able to see that Rengar has 16 CS, he has no blue buff, and had I watched this while clearing, I would have been able to see that Rengar unsuccessfully ganks and then moves straight back into my jungle. He would have the same information knowing that I don't have blue buff, and so his first response would be to go into my jungle and counter jungling me, taking away my blue and possibly my Gromp. I should have reacted and done the same thing on his side. What results here is Rengar getting free farm, taking my blue buff, taking my Gromp, and then returning back to his side of the jungle and getting a full clear on his side, gaining him an XP lead and an advantage over me. From here we can see the results of what happened. Rengar is now 2 full camps in front of me and manages to get level 6 almost 20 seconds before I do. I was only able to catch up thanks to a lucky catch out on Vlad from a very poor play of him. From here, Rengar continues to counter jungle me and continues to snowball. All because I let a snowball jungle get an early lead on me by not paying attention to his buffs and how much CS he had. However, we don't want to just focus on this one mistake. We want to also branch out and look for any pathing or judgment errors, as well as finding at least one play we're proud of. This is important because sometimes you've just got to pat yourself on the back when you're analysing yourself with such a fine tooth comb. So let's move on to the next clip. Again, I'm going to let you watch it first and see if you can try to figure out the mistake I made. Just before I let you watch this next clip, I'm just going to point out a few things you can't see from here. Jinx has just respawned at base, Rengar is 2 levels above me, and Bard has been playing with the Pink Ward and Tri-Brush for a while now. So we see Rengar picking up another crab there, unfortunately. That's just a little bit of me not playing the early game well enough. Rengar is smashing me in farm now. He's just wrecking me in farm. However, I am keeping up just because I'm ganking so much. Not really, actually. He's 2 levels above me now. 1 level above me, but still. Not a great situation I've let myself get into. So I've lost control of my jungle. I'm just not holding things well, and as a result, I am... Unfortunately, I can't fight both of them. Yeah. As much as I'd like to, I physically just can't fight both of them. So, what was your guess this time? My mistake was greeting and taking walls, which took me an extra 7 seconds rather than moving down to bot lane to counter Rengar.
I should have been able to prevent a teammate's death and possibly force the enemy back. Instead, they were able to pick up 2 quick kills and then use their numbers advantage to take an easy dragon. I believe those are my 2 largest mistakes this game. I have a few more minor mistakes to play for you, as well as the one move I'm proud of. I won't narrate these, I'll just let you enjoy them.
I don't think he understands my burst. I really don't think he understands Sejuani burst, so that's really good for me. We'll head up now. So 4 seconds on my ult. This is kind of risky at this point. Yeah, no. So we know Rengar's over this way then, based on that. That's unfortunate. If that W hit, that probably would have actually killed him. Oh, that was probably that was a really bad portal. Oh, that's if that's not game now, that's like the turning point where we completely roll over, unfortunately.
Alright, all. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this kind of episode. I'm planning to do these sort of once a month, depending on if I get enough reactions, if people like them. If they dislike them, I'll go back to my old style. So use those like buttons, dislike buttons. Let me know in the comments, all that YouTube jazz. Stay tuned next. We're going to do the RP draw for this week. This week's episode was about letting me know what you liked about last week's episode, so stay tuned for details on how to enter this week. Thanks for watching. G'day all, welcome back. It's competition time again. So, congratulations to Fuzzy Bunny of Doom and to Scooty. You both are this week's winners, so there'll be some RP coming your way. As for this week's entry, just let me know what you think of this video again. It's a little bit of a different video. It's a bit more of an analytical look at how I assess my problems and how I try to figure out exactly what I did wrong in games. So let me know if you like it, if you dislike it. I really want your feedback because it sort of steers the way I make the videos in the future. Also leave me your server name and your summoner name and you'll have an entry. So thank you again very much for sticking to the end and I'll catch you next time on Improving Your League.